What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Road and Nats. We're just going to jump right into the games here pretty soon. Got a couple pretty interesting off-meta games. I'm excited to go over them. This is the deck list. Let's jump into it. Well, chat, it looks like game one we're going to play against Purple Yellow Robin. Unfortunately, we do not have the option to take second. We are going to keep this hand, though, mostly because we have a Lilith and some good 4-cost plays, but we are going to Lilith, hopefully finding a Nico Robin so we can still incorporate a little bit of burn into the strategy. We do find the 6-cost Nico Robin, we rearrange our bottom deck. Opponent is going to Viola here, opting to rearrange our life. Doesn't really matter, we're going to have good triggers either way. The deck is just built around it. I am a little surprised. We don't usually see Viola in Robin lists, but it's not a big deal. We're going to do 5 here, and then we're just going to play a Bonnie for 3 and pass. One thing that I really like about the odd curve with Bonnie is that when we get to 7, we can just put a Dawn on Bonnie and then drop the 6-cost Nico Robin, and it will automatically proc her effect. We will just counter 1k out of this swing, making sure we get a Thriller Bark card in the trash. They will play down a Hiyori. I see some Robin lists running this Hiyori, but this list is kind of all over the place, in my opinion. I feel like Thriller Bark Robin is probably the move right now. So we will put the Dawn on on Bonnie. I was not expecting them to take this hit, but we will trash off the Kikanojo, just play out the Hogback. There's no reason for us to really put our Bonnie in a situation where they might swing into it. I'm not in any way threatened of them applying much pressure on the next turn, and we're going to be able to drop that 6-cost Nico Robin, which is very good. Very, very cool for the plan. They drop their own Robin, trashing off Akuma. A little unfortunate, but not a big deal. We will just give them another 1k counter, putting a Bonnie in the trash. Dawn attach, drop the 6-cost, burn off one of their Hioris. We will discard a Hogback, that's just to put another one in the trash. They block with their little Hiyori. We swing a 5. Now we're contemplating swinging the 5 again, just to maybe get the blocker out of the way. They do opt to counter with a 2k counter though, which is great because that Olivia also gives plus 3k power. I'm a little shocked to see that they do a Tropical Torment here. Haven't seen this card in a couple years, and especially not in a Robin list, but you know, it works for them apparently. They do drop a Bon Clay to ramp to 9, and they're going to swing 6 into the Bonnie, and then another 6 with Robin into life. We will just give them a 2k counter here. We're gonna just try swinging as much as we can. We really want to just try clearing the game out this turn. We assume they'll give us a block here. But we are met with a Gum Gum Giant instead. I don't think I've ever actually seen anyone run this 5-cost Bellamy promo. It did not come up this game. I've always been curious about it though. We will swing a 5 here, just trying to weed cards out of hand. If we can't kill them this turn, we do just try to set it up to go for lethal on our next turn. We are met with the blocker for our 6k swing, and we pass. I'm kind of assuming that they are going to heal here, but they drop a 6-cost Nico Robin to burn us again, and this is kind of where I feel like, oh hey, you know, we're good, we're going to win on the next turn. They don't have a blocker out. There's not a lot they can do here. They do swing 9 into our 6k Nico Robin. We unfortunately only have 3k counter here, so we're gonna have to let it go. They're gonna swing the Bon Clay into the Bonnie. We do have a 1k for this. And then we'll just let this banish off because we're going to try swinging for lethal here. Swing out into the Bon Clay, see if they'll give us a card. They didn't. 15k into life, and that's game 1. Let's move into game 2. Game 2, we're going to load into a purple-blue Sanji, and we have the option to take second. Starting off with a not too terrible hand, we do decide to mulligan though. We found a Nico Robin blocker and a Perona, so that's pretty solid. We also draw into a Kikanojo, which is not bad at all. Kind of just waiting for the opponent to decide what they're going to do here. Right off the rip, using a Boof Burst to draw a card, and then searching with the Pudding, they're going to search out another Boof Burst. Swinging 5, we're just going to put the Perona in the trash there. Our plan is to swing 5 here and then play out the Kikanojo, hoping that they take the life, but it is possible that they're going to counter out. They do give us a 4-cost Reiju blocker. We were just checking what the card they grabbed was. I've never seen that Lady Teardrop card until this game. I'm a little hesitant, or not so much hesitant, but I'm a little worried about having put the Kikanojo out on 4. The Sanji is very tricky with removal. They just -1 Dawn to bottom deck any of your 4 costs. It's very, very annoying. So we will just swing with the Kikanojo here. We're going to swing 5 as well, just really hoping to pressure them down to 3 life. They're not going to give it to us though. We will play out Akuma, heal, and pass turn. Really just expecting like a 5 and a 6, or maybe a 5 and a 7, and them to possibly play another Sanji this turn. Instead, they're going to swing 8. We think about keeping the Kikanojo, but we'll just let it go. We get a Jinbei out of life. We're sitting pretty. We're going to slam down the kid for 8. We're going to swing 5. Assuming they're going to counter, we're going to swing another 5. Also assuming they're going to counter here, we will swing 7. They do give us a Gum Gum Giant going down to 5 Dawn, back up to 7 on their turn, but sitting a little low. For these late game turns. They are going to stealth black out a Sanji blocker. We'll let this Jinbei go. We're gonna let the Kuma go as well. We're cool with just healing off of it. Nothing to play off of the Nico Robin, unfortunately, but we will drop our Bonnie. We'll swing 5. We're gonna swing 9 into the Sanji here. This is just because I really don't want to deal with it for the rest of the game. So we need to remove it ASAP. They will let it go, and then we'll just swing 10 into the Sanji, the other Sanji, but they're going to Gum Gum Giant here, boosting it up to 11, also putting them back down to 5 Dawn, so on their following turn they are just going to be at 7 again, which makes math a little bit more manageable for us. Not drawing into anything too great off of the kid right there. Passing turn. They stealth black another Sanji blocker. Well, the same Sanji blocker out. A little annoying, to tell you the truth. We do get a Kikanojo off of life there, and then a Perona trigger to play a Perona, freezing one of the Sanjis. They swing an 8. We can go to 9 with our counter. We're really trying to set up for a lethal turn on our following turn. So we're going to swing 5 here, swing 7, swing another 7. Trying to eat through their blocker, but they're being a little stingy about it. Swing 9. Then we'll swing 10. This is kind of where I'm assuming I'll get the blocker. We pass turn. So we're pretty much set up for a really good lethal turn on turn 8. Or turn 7, because I went second. So our 7th turn, because we're in the 7th turn cycle right now. We are going to let the kid go. No reason to give our whole hand to save it. We're We're going to let the Kiku go, free heal. We'll let the Perona go, not that big of a deal. Search off, just grab a 2k counter. We're going to swing the Bonnie here. I'm hoping that they'll just give us cards out of hand rather than blocking. We do get the blocker right off the rip though, so we'll swing a 7. This is going to get another Gum Gum Giant out of hand. I think they've used 3 Gum Gum Giants at this point. That might be the 4th. They will give us the Lady Teardrops, 2 copies of the Lady Teardrops, chat, but it's not that big of a deal. We got them down to 1 card in hand. Even if they use a blocker, we are good. We will play a Perona, freeze a Sanji, and that is going to be the game. Let's move into game 3. Arguably my favorite game out of the 3 in this video, and definitely the most interesting deck list. I'll see you there. Alright guys, game 3, we're going to play against OP07, OP08, Black Lucci. This one's really interesting. I haven't seen anyone on Lucci in a handful of formats, and this is certainly the first matchup I've played with the yellow Luffy. Let's jump into the game real quick. I don't have the option to go second, or to choose to go second, but they do choose to go first. And they make the weirdest one Dawn play that I've ever seen in Lucci. I've never seen someone run the Dressrosa engine, so I am fully locked in right now. I am so curious what their game plan is. We kept a pretty decent hand, having a Hogback, having a Jewelry Bonnie. We saw the Nico Robin, we have the ACOS, we have pretty much everything that we need right now, but I am so curious what their game plan is. So we are going to pass with 2 up, we have nothing to do. They're going to swing 5, we'll just counter out with the Hogback here, not a big deal. They will swing again, but what do you know? Typical yellow plays, we do Hogback trigger to play the other Hogback back out. We're going to drop the Bonnie here, 1 Dawn underneath, and then we're going to swing 5. I expected them to give us a counter here, but they just take the first hit, you know? So we're going to discard a Perona, just getting it in trash, and then we're going to swing a 5. They do give us a Sabo blocker. Good card, OP04 Sabo. Big fan of it. We are going to get a Bonnie off of life, nothing to do. Very strange, they play out the 5-cost 7k vanilla Trafalgar Law. Have literally never seen anyone use this before, not even in Rebecca. We will drop the 6-cost Robin, burning them down to 2 life, or 3 life, and then we will swing 5/5. We will get them down to 2 by the end of the turn, passing off. Not really sure what they plan to do here. It might be good for them to establish a blocker or 2 if they have enough cards in trash. So they are going to swing an 8. We just take it. We're going to boost our count, or boost our leader by 2k. They did reduce the Robin down to a 5-cost with the leader effect, and they used Finger Pistol to pop it. Not a big deal at all. Here they're going to swing 7 into 7. We will take it just so we can optimally play out a Hogback. We will... Weird. I think we should have just played an 8-cost Kid and put them down to 1 life and then swung 5/5/7. But instead we are going to put the Dawn on the Bonnie, trying to get a little greedy and just draw some extra cards, you know? Put the Kikanojo in trash. They do give us that first swing though. Here again, a little bit of a mistake in my head. I'm thinking, oh hey, whatever, we will heal with Akuma. But had I been a little bit more aggressive, I think we could maybe go for lethal this turn. We don't see the line though, so we will just swing 5/5/5/7. We see a 1-cost Lilith in case we decide to play it after healing with Kuma. We search out a 2K, and now we're going to drop the 6 cost Kuma. This just kind of ensures me that we're not going to die on this turn. They then hit us with the giant gusto move over here. I believe King Kong Gatling is the card. It gives double attack and 6k. Very, very strong. So they're going to swing 13 into our life right now with double attack. Very, very crazy. We don't have a good trigger off of that. We just get a 1k and then what is essentially a brick. They're going to swing 11. We don't die either way though. We trigger a Kikanojo, then we're just going to swing 7. They give it to us. That is the game. I don't necessarily know what their game plan was. I feel like I didn't see it. Maybe it's the King Elizabetho. This card is kind of crazy. They have the Rush Jesus Burgess in the deck. They have the Restand Luffy. I wish I could have rematched into this guide. They had a very, very interesting list. Not really a whole lot to wrap up in the video. Same deck list, really enjoying a burn strategy. That's going to be the end of it though, guys. I will catch you in the next one. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know some off-meta decks that you want to see. Maybe catch me on a Twitch stream. Have a good one.